Have you ever felt an inner voice whispering answers or guidance, an inexplicable intuition that seems to guide you to the right decision? In the vast Star Wars universe, the Force is often represented as this subtle presence, an invisible connection that permeates everything and everyone. It's not just a question of extraordinary physical abilities or manipulating objects with your mind. The true essence of the Force lies in a deep sensitivity and an intimate connection with what lies beyond ordinary perception. Consider the example of Luke Skywalker. On his journey, he became one of the most powerful Jedi, but what really set him apart was his keen intuition. From the moment he first heard the call to join the Rebel Alliance, to the crucial moments when he had to blindly trust his intuition, Luke demonstrated a deep connection with the Force. This connection didn't just manifest itself in grand gestures or epic battles, but also in those subtle decisions and moments of inner reflection that guided him. Another fascinating example is Rey's journey. When Rey touches Luke's lightsaber, she is immediately transported into a powerful vision. This experience is a clear example of how intuition, fueled by the Force, can reveal hidden truths and connect a person to a story greater than themselves. Rey, with no formal training up to that point, demonstrated a natural connection to the Force, evidenced by the way she was guided to make decisions that made no logical sense, but which turned out to be vital to her path. This ability to sense the Force, often through intuition, is not limited to the Jedi or mythical characters. In our daily lives, we are constantly bombarded with information and outside opinions. But there are times when an inexplicable feeling guides us. This feeling, which some call intuition, can be understood as a manifestation of the Force within us. It's that feeling that something is right or wrong, even when all the facts point to the contrary. It's an internal compass that, when followed, can lead to surprising results. The concept of the Force in Star Wars is a powerful metaphor for this kind of intuition. When we hear Obi-Wan Kenobi say, "Use the Force look," he is encouraging Luke to trust in something beyond what is visible and tangible. He is asking Luke to trust his intuition, his connection to something greater than himself. And how often in our lives do we find ourselves in situations where we need to do just that? Trust the unknown. Follow that feeling that we can't explain, but that we deeply feel is the right path? The story of Anakin Skywalker is a tragic example of how disconnection with intuition can lead to devastating consequences. Anakin, despite being one of the most powerful Jedi, repeatedly ignored his intuition in favor of his darker emotions and desires. He was warned several times by experienced masters such as Yoda and Obi-Wan to listen to his inner voice, but he chose to ignore it. This choice led him to lose himself in darkness, illustrating how the Force can be both a source of light and darkness, depending on how we choose to connect with it. During Luke Skywalker's training on Dagobah, under the guidance of Master Yoda, he has a disturbing vision. His friends Han Solo and Leia Organa are in danger. This scene is an important milestone in the Star Wars saga, as it demonstrates Luke's powerful connection to the Force and how it manifests itself through intuitions and visions. However, interpreting these intuitions correctly is crucial. Luke feels an urgent need to help his friends, but Yoda warns him about the dangers of acting rashly on the basis of incomplete visions. Luke's experience illustrates the importance of discerning and interpreting Force intuitions wisely. Intuition can give us clues and warnings about future situations, but acting without a full understanding can lead to unintended consequences. In Luke's case, his decision to leave his training and run to the aid of his friends, despite Yoda's advice, results in a trap set by Darth Vader. This episode highlights that the Force not only guides us, but also tests our patience and ability to understand what is really being revealed. For those seeking to connect with the Force in their own lives, this scene is a reminder that intuitions are valuable, but must be interpreted with care. It is essential to develop the ability to differentiate between a true intuition and an emotional reaction. Like Luke, we may feel a strong impulse to act, but it's important to pause and consider all the implications before making a decision. The Force, in its wisdom, offers us visions and feelings, but it is up to us, as rational and intuitive beings, to decipher what these messages mean and how we should proceed. Like the Jedi, we all have this Force within us. But how can we strengthen it? How can we learn to listen to and trust our intuition more? The answer may lie in practices that help us connect more deeply with our inner selves, such as meditation, reflection, and cultivating awareness. Characters like Yoda teach us that stillness and patience are ways to access this deep intuition. In a world full of distractions, the ability to silence external noise and listen to the inner voice is more valuable than ever. The Force is powerful in all of us, but its manifestation depends on our willingness to listen and follow it. In Star Wars, we see this Force manifest in spectacular ways, but in our everyday lives, it can be as simple as a gut feeling, a sudden idea, or a revealing dream. Don't underestimate the power of these moments. They are clues that the Force is with you, guiding you where you need to go, if you are willing to listen. So when you're faced with a difficult decision or feel lost, remember Luke, Rey, and even Anakin. Remember that the Force is present in each of us, waiting to be tapped into. Trusting your intuition is an act of courage, but it is also an act of wisdom. In the end, the Force is a reminder that we are all connected to something greater, and that within each of us there is a spark of that greatness, ready to shine. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel to receive more content like this. May the Force be with you.